Members, I served on the conference committee with the senator from Newberry and the senator from Spartanburg on what I will call the pharmacy tech bill. It's a much needed bill that allows pharmacy tech, or provides for pharmacy techs to be under the supervision of the Board of Pharmacy. It sets out the training that they have to go through. It says what their scope of duties can be, but it does include that they would be able, under supervision, and it defines supervision to be able to give shots. They've been doing it for a while, but this would actually put it into legislation, because the authorization that they were doing it under before was an emergency federal authorization during the COVID years. That's what the bill itself did. What the committee action did, the senator from Spartanburg had put in some informed consent language that a person who's receiving a vaccine at a pharmacy has to receive. It just codifies that each person has to be given, an informed consent of what they're about to undertake before they take the shot. There was a problem with the bill that Senator Spartanburg acknowledged. It referred to a code section that did not exist. We took that in conference. We took that out. And so pretty much the bill as was voted on by the Senate is this report minus two provisions that we took out that were from the senator from Spartanburg. He served on the conference committee with us, and he was in agreement in removing those two sections. Senator from Newberry, of course, is a pharmacist and may be able to answer more technical questions if there are any, but I'd move adoption of the conference report.
Senator from Collinton, what purpose do you write?
See if the senator would yield for a question.
Senator, yield for a question?
Yes.
Senator, you referred to some of the, we don't have a working document right now. I don't have it right now. You referred to some of the amendments that were placed in by the senator from Spartanburg, and you only referred to two of them. If I recall, there were more amendments that were placed in as it relates to issues regarding consent, but other things, and I can't remember what those are. Were other amendments added in?
Nothing was added into the conference report that we had not already voted on. However, we took some of the things that we did agree to out.
Which things did you take out? You said consent.
There was a reference, it was a subsection C that says acknowledging the risk of the vaccine or treatment, an identified product as defined by 44.155A7. There is no 44.55.1A7, so we took that section out. There was a requirement that the pharmacists give a description of the potential risk and benefits that might result, but we all know that the potential risk always is going to include you could die or you could get hurt. There's always going to be a risk. We thought that it would just be too difficult to come up with. One pharmacist may say this is a risk, one is that, so we took that out, and he was in agreement with that. But what we did leave in, that an explanation of the treatment must be provided to each layperson who comes in for a vaccine. And finally, we took out that any language about whether the vaccine was in an investigative stage or that kind of thing, we took that language out.
Okay, thank you.
I move adoption.
Pending question is the adoption of the conference report. A roll call is required.
Mr. President.
Senator from Orangeburg, Senator Hutto.
Unanimous consent to apply the last unanimous roll call.
With the senator from Rankin being included in that, making that a 42-0 roll call. Yeah, the 42-0. Is there objection to using the 42-0? Hearing no objection, so ordered.